history of the real Squid Game in South Korea. The real Squid Game, or Ojingeo Nori, has a rich history rooted in South Korea's traditional culture of outdoor play. It was especially popular in the 1970s and 1980s, a period when children spent much of their free time playing physical games in neighborhood streets and schoolyards. Detailed exploration of its origins, rules, cultural significance, decline, and resurgence. Origins of Squid Game post-war era. Recreation. After the Korean War, 1950 to 1953, South Korea was in a state of economic recovery. Resources were limited, and children relied on creative and physical games that required no special equipment. Squid Game emerged during this time as a way for kids to entertain themselves with nothing but chalk, teamwork, and imagination. Rules of the game. The rules of Squid Game vary slightly between regions, but the general gameplay is as follows. Teams. Players are divided into two teams, offense and defense. Offensive players must move from the tail through the body to reach the head, the circular section at the top of the diagram. Defensive players try to block them and push them out of the boundaries. The game begins with the offensive team standing outside the squid's boundaries, while the defensive team guards the internal zones. Offensive players must hop on one foot until they cross the squid's waistline, after which they can move on both feet. If an offensive player reaches the head and stands within it, they win. Conversely, if the defense manages to prevent this or eliminate all offensive players, they win. Physicality and strategy. Squid Game requires physical strength, quick reflexes, and strategic thinking. Defensive players often use pushing, pulling, and blocking tactics to keep the offense out, leading to intense and competitive gameplay. Darker historical. An even more disturbing real-life parallel exists with the Brothers' Home, a concentration camp-like facility that operated between 1976 and 1987. This internment camp, located on an island near Busan, was described by local media as Korea's Auschwitz. The government forcibly removed vagrants from streets, particularly before major events like the 1986 Asian Games and 1988 Olympics, cultural significance. A reflection of childhood, Squid Game epitomized the childhood experience of generations of South Koreans. It fostered teamwork, strategic thinking, and physical activity. Children learned how to collaborate, negotiate, and compete in a fun yet challenging environment. Symbol of simplicity. The game symbolizes a simpler time when life revolved around community interactions. Children from all social backgrounds played together, creating memories and bonds that transcended societal divisions. Embedded in Korean society, Squid Game, along with other traditional games like Mugunghwa Kochi Pyeotseumnida, Red Light, Green Light, and Dakji, is a key part of South Korea's cultural heritage, reflecting its collectivist spirit and love for competitive play. Decline of the game. Urbanization and modernization. As South Korea industrialized in the 1980s and 1990s, urban sprawl and technological advancements reshaped childhood. Apartment complexes replaced open fields, and video games and television became dominant forms of entertainment. Loss of outdoor spaces. The lack of accessible outdoor areas for play contributed to the gradual disappearance of games like Squid Game. By the 2000s, most children were unfamiliar with it, and it was seen as a relic of the past. Resurgence through the Netflix series. Global spotlight. The Netflix series Squid Game 2021, created by Hwang Dong-hyuk, revived interest in the traditional game. The show used the game as a metaphor for societal struggles and competition in a capitalist system. While the stakes were exaggerated in the series, it sparked curiosity about the real-life version. Revisiting Korean traditions. The show's success prompted South Koreans to revisit traditional childhood games, with schools, community groups, and events reintroducing Squid Game to younger generations. Global adaptations. Real-life Squid Game events are now held worldwide, featuring non-lethal versions of the challenges portrayed in the series. These events celebrate Korean culture and provide a nostalgic, fun experience. Why Squid Game stands out? Simple yet strategic. Squid Game's appeal lies in its blend of simplicity and strategy. It requires no expensive equipment, making it accessible to all, while its rules challenge players' physical and mental skills. Symbol of nostalgia. For many South Koreans, Squid Game represents a return to a time when life was less complicated. It evokes memories of laughter, camaraderie, and the excitement of childhood play. Today, Squid Game is more than just a game, it's a cultural icon. Efforts to preserve traditional Korean games are ongoing, with schools and cultural organizations incorporating them into educational programs. The game's resurgence as both a local and global phenomenon ensures its legacy will endure. Squid Game is not just about competition, it's a celebration of ingenuity, teamwork, and the enduring joy of play. Thanks for watching this video and join our Curiosity to the Beat channel for more interesting videos.